Hello viewers, welcome to our channel Career Prep. In this video, we'll solve a few basic direction-based questions on the topic directions. This is one of the topics where marks can be scored easily if practiced well. Before we start, please subscribe to our channel. Also press the bell icon to get notification as soon as we post a new video. So let's start. Y is in the east of X, which is in the north of Z. If P is in the south of Z, then in which direction of Y is P? Here you are given four options and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. So here it's given that Y is in the east of X, which is in the north of Z. Here which refers to X. So X is in the north of Z. Here we are asked to find in which direction of Y is P. So we have to find out in which direction P is located with respect to Y. Now let's draw a diagram for the information given in the question. So Y is in the east of X. So if X is here, then Y is in the east of X. So Y will be in this position. X is in the north of Z. So if Z is here, X will be to the north of Z. P is in the south of Z. So if Z is here, P will be in this position south of Z. Now we have to find out in which direction P is located with respect to Y. Clearly from the diagram you can see that P is in the southwest direction of Y. So the correct answer is option C, southwest. A man walks 5 kilometers towards south and then turns to the right. After walking 3 kilometers, he turns to the left and walks 5 kilometers. Now, in which direction is he from the starting place? You are given four options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. Now, let's draw a diagram based on the information given in the question. So, a man starts from point A, which is his starting point, and walks 5 kilometers towards the south to reach B. Then he turns to the right and walks 3 kilometers to reach C. After which he turns to the left again and walks 5 kilometers to reach D. So now he is at point D. Now we are asked to find in which direction is he with respect to the starting place. So the man is here now and this is the starting place. So we have to find out in which direction is he from the starting place. Now from the diagram it is clear that the man is in the southwest direction from the starting place. So the correct answer is option D, southwest. X started to walk straight towards south. After walking 5 meters, he turned to the left and walked 3 meters. After this, he turned to the right and walked 5 meters. Now, to which direction is X facing? Here you are given four options and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. Now, let's draw a diagram for the information given in the question. Now, X starts walking from point A straight towards the south. After walking 5 meters, he turned to the left and walked 3 meters to reach C. After this, he turned to the right and walked 5 meters. Now we are asked to find in which direction is X facing now. From this diagram, you can see clearly that X is facing towards the south. So the correct answer is option B, south. From his house, Lokesh went 15 kilometers to the north. Then he turned west and covered 10 kilometers. Then he turned south and covered 5 kilometers. Finally, turning to the east, he covered 10 kilometers. In which direction is he from his house? You are given four options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. Now first let's draw a diagram based on the information given in the question. So A is Lokesh's house. From A, Lokesh went 15 kilometers to the north to reach B. Then he turned west and covered 10 kilometers to reach C. Then he turned south and covered 5 kilometers to reach D. Finally, he turns to the east and covers 10 kilometers to reach E. Now we are asked to find in which direction is he from the house. So Lokesh's house is at point A and at present he is at point E. So clearly you can see that Lokesh is in the north direction from his house. He is in the north direction from his house. So the correct answer is option C, north. Point A is 30 meters to the east of point B. Point C is 10 meters to the south of point A. Point D is 15 meters to the west of point C. Point E is exactly in the middle of the points D and F. Points D, E and F lie in a straight line. The length of DEF is 20 meters. Point F is to the north of point D. Point G is 15 meters to the east of point F. How far and in which direction is point G from point A? You are given 4 options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. So first let's draw a diagram for the information given in the question. Now it's given that point A is 30 meters to the east of point B. So if B is here, A is 30 meters to the east of point B. Point C is 10 meters to the south of point A. Point D is 15 meters to the west of point C. Now it's given that point F is to the north of point D. Also, it's given that point E is exactly in the middle of points D and F. Also, points D, E and F lie in a straight line. Also, the length of DEF is given as 20 meters. Now, since E is in the middle of points D and F, DE is 10 meters and EF is 10 meters. Now, point G is 15 meters to the east of point F. Now we are asked to find how far and in which direction is point G from point A. Now as you can see from this diagram, FG is 15 meters, EA is 15 meters. EF is 10 meters, so AG is 10 meters. So G is 10 meters away from point A. Also, point G is in the north direction of A. So it's clear from the diagram that point G is 10 meters to the north of point A. So the correct answer is option C, 10 meters north. K is 40 meters southwest of L. If M is 40 meters southeast of L, then M is in which direction of K? You are given 4 options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. Now let's draw a diagram for the information given in the question. Now it's given that K is 40 meters southwest of L. So if this is L's position, then this will be the southwest direction for L. So K is 40 meters southwest of L. Now if this is L, then this will be the southeast direction for L. So M is 40 meters southeast of L. So this is K's position and this is M's position. We are asked to find in which direction is M with respect to K. From the diagram, it's clear that M is in the east of K. So the correct answer is option A, east. One morning, Sumana started to walk towards the sun. After covering some distance, she turned to the right, then again to the right, and after covering some distance, she again turns to the right. Now, in which direction is she facing? You are given four options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. So first, let's draw a diagram for the information given in the question. It's given that one morning Sumana started to walk towards the sun. Now in the morning, sun will be in the east. So clearly Sumana starts from point A and walks towards the east to reach B. After covering some distance, she turns to the right to reach point C. Then again she turns to the right to reach point D. And finally she turns again to the right from point D to reach this point. Now we are asked to find in which direction is she facing now. Now clearly if this is east, then from the diagram it's clear that Sumana is facing the north direction. Hence the correct answer is option A, north. Raghu is performing yoga with his head down and legs up. His face is towards the west. In which direction will his left hand be? You're given four options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. So you know that this is north, this is south, this is east and this is west. Since Raghu is facing west with his head down and legs up, his left hand will be towards the north direction. So the correct answer is option A, north. Some boys are sitting in 3 rows, all facing north, such that A is in the middle row. P is just to the right of A and in the same row. Q is just behind P while R is in the north of A. In which direction of R is Q? You are given four options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. So first let's draw a diagram for the information given in the question. So it's given that some boys are sitting in 3 rows, row 1, row 2 and row 3. Now A is in the middle row and since A is facing the north, P is at this position to the right of A and in the same row. Q is just behind P, so Q will be in the third row facing north. R is to the north of A, so R will be in the first row and R is facing north. Now we are asked to find in which direction of R is Q. So we have to find out in which direction is Q with respect to R. So clearly from this diagram you can see that Q is in the southeast of R. So the correct answer is option D, southeast. The distance between N and P is 50 meters and that between Q and R is 40 meters. Q is to the west of R, which is to the east of N at a distance of 70 meters. P is to the west or northwest or north of Q. In which direction is R with respect to P? You are given four options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. Now first let's draw a diagram for the information given in the question. Now it's given that Q is to the west of R and the distance between Q and R is 40 meters. So if this is R's position, Q will be to the west of R at a distance of 40 meters. So this is the position of Q and this is the position of R. Also it's given that R is to the east of N at a distance of 70 meters. So if N's position is at this point, then R is to the east of N at a distance of 70 meters. So if the distance between R and N is 70 meters and Q and R is 40 meters, then the distance between N and Q will be 30 meters. Now it's given that P is to the west or northwest or north of Q. Also, the distance between N and P is 50 meters. So now the position of P can be at many places. P is to the west of Q. So if Q is here, P has to be to the west of Q in this direction. Since the distance between N and P is 50 meters, this will be the position of P to the west of Q. Now P can be to the northwest of Q. So if this is Q, then this will be the northwest of Q. Now since the distance between N and P is 50 meters, P can be in this position 50 meters from N and to the northwest of Q, or P can be at this position 50 meters from N, also in the northwest direction from Q. It's also given that P can be to the north of Q. So P can be at this position north of Q and the distance between N and P is 50 meters. So now uh, P can be at this position west of Q, or P can be at these positions northwest of Q, or P can be at this position north of Q. Now we are asked to find in which direction is R with respect to P. So if this is P's position, then R is to the east of P. Now if these are the positions of P, then clearly R is in the southeast of P. So clearly the answer can be either east or southeast. So that is R can be to the east or southeast of P. So when you look at the options, you'll see that option B is the correct answer, since option B states east and option C states southeast. So the correct answer is option D, either B or C. Amit started walking, positioning his back towards the sun. After some time, he turned left, then turned right, and then towards the left again. In which direction is he going now? You are given 4 options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. Now it's given that Amit started walking, positioning his back towards the sun, but we do not know whether Amit started walking in the morning or in the evening. So let's consider both scenarios and draw diagrams based on the information given in the question. So first let's consider that Amit is walking in the morning. Then now we know that in the morning the sun will be in the east. So Amit has to walk towards the west if he has to have his back towards the sun. So Amit starts from here and starts walking in the west direction to reach B. Now, now he turns left and reaches C. Then he turns right and reaches D and again turns left and reaches E. Clearly from this diagram you can see that Amit is facing south. Now let's consider that Amit is walking in the evening. Now in the evening, the sun will be in the west. So positioning his back towards the sun, Amit will have to walk towards the east to reach B. Then he turns left to reach C and then turns right to reach D. Again he turns left to reach E. So from this diagram you can see that in the evening Amit is facing north. So from the diagrams it's clear that if Amit starts walking in the morning, then finally he'll face towards the south. And if he starts walking in the evening, then finally he'll face towards the north. So the correct answer is option A, north or south. Ahmedabad is to the southwest of Bangalore. Chennai is to the east of Ahmedabad and southeast of Bangalore, and Delhi is to the north of Chennai in line with Ahmedabad and Bangalore. In which direction of Bangalore is Delhi located? You are given four options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. So first let's draw a diagram for the information given in the question. Now supposing this is Bangalore, then Ahmedabad is at the southwest of Bangalore. So Ahmedabad will be at this position, southwest of Bangalore. It's given that Chennai is to the east of Ahmedabad and southeast of Bangalore. So this will be Chennai. It's given that Delhi is to the north of Chennai in line with Ahmedabad and Bangalore. So this will be Delhi. Now we are asked to find in which direction of Bangalore is Delhi located. It's clear from the diagram that Delhi is located northeast of Bangalore. So the correct answer is option D, northeast. Viewers, please go through this video till you have understood the concept. Practice more such problems to increase your speed and also to be perfect with the concept of directions and also of the left-right movement. Please do watch our video for solved problems on rotation-based questions on the topic directions. If you have liked this video, please like, subscribe and share this video. Thank you.